Hey everybody, this is John and welcome to the free video. And let's take a look at earnings because of course Netflix was kind of the big daddy today. The expected move was $43, so I think that would take us to about $484 to the downside. Okay, so from the close, the expected move of $43. So you can see now at first, now I actually bought shares here with the idea that this would hold and we'd rally. So I've still got them, 700 shares. So I'm kind of hanging on by the skin of my teeth here. So what I need to happen for this to work, of course, is that we're able to push through this. And if we can push through this, we might. Of course, I have no idea where this is going to go tomorrow. Ideally, it would go to at least 500 bucks. That would help my shares, and that would help the earnings trades that I put on. But you never know with this kind of stuff. So initially, it puked. That got all the headlines. And then now it's just kind of hovering here right at that level. So we'll see where it is tomorrow. But the main thing is like, how is this going to impact, the futures, right? I mean, what's going on here? And so the Nasdaq, you can see, of course, came off hard. It's trying to recover a little bit. The S&Ps came off hard. It's actually recovered quite a bit. And if we look at some of the key names here, I remember Amazon sold off pretty hard once that came out. And you can see it's down about 30 some odd dollars, although of course Amazon could recover very quickly. Google down about 10 bucks. Facebook down a hair like it does. Disney of course has streaming and it's down a little bit, about a buck. But so anyway, it's not like the end of the world. But it'll be interesting to see how kind of the markets react and recover tomorrow. So if we look at Netflix from a structural point of view, you can see on a daily chart where it closed was above the 8, and where it is right now at 480 is about right here, right below the 21 EMA. So structurally, nothing's wrong. Um, the question is like, okay, is this kind of a bubble move and it's over and it's time to kind of get back to normal? How did it do last earnings? It raced, after, it was pretty strong. Here it was pretty strong. Here it kind of sold off and then it rallied. So we'll see. We don't know, right? I think the main thing here is that they're saying is that, yeah, they had a lot of subscribers, but they're saying, look, the rate of growth is slowing. Like, everybody that's been in COVID is signed up. So the rate of growth is slowing. And that's what really gets Wall Street excited is when that's not necessarily like, oh, we added, 5 million new subscribers. It's our rate of growth on a percentage basis is increasing quarter over quarter. That's what's caused, from a fundamental perspective, Netflix to explode. And so if they're saying, gosh, that rate of growth is coming down, now it's up to the market to decide tomorrow, do people still want to pony up for the shares? So I'm not sure. Obviously, I'm going to be watching this one. I've got a lot of positions on it based on it staying within its expected move. So my preference would be that it could at least recover and get 500 bucks. So we'll see. All right, so tomorrow is a big day. We got all kinds of earnings and things like that too. We do have, I think, across the board, a lot of us are in PETS. This is a high short interest stock. It's exploded over the last couple days. But if you've got this, remember on Monday before the open, it reports earnings. And so I personally am not a huge fan of holding through earnings. So I'm going to be closing this out tomorrow. Just want to share that in case anybody out there owns it. And then another fun one for tomorrow is going to be Virgin Galactic. It's been on a run, but there's a huge amount of open interest at 20 bucks. So will it pull back to 20 bucks? I think it could, just to wipe out all the long call options. So if you got it, my recommendation would be, or my suggestion would be, because I can't make recommendations, is that if it gaps up and your long calls that expire on Friday, take the profit. If you still think it's going to go higher, you can buy calls further out. But because of the huge amount of open interest this is my Netflix trade. So let's see here. Let's look at. Oh my! I should pause this and professionally edit it, but it's Thursday and I'm tired, so I'm not going to do that. So here is space.com or Virgin Galactic. And so what I'm pointing out here is that if you look at the open interest, a lot of times a stock will, you know, kind of tend to close where the highest open interest is. And if you look here, it's at 20. So what I'm going to be doing tomorrow, and I could be wrong, but I've seen this work so many times, is that, if we gap up tomorrow, great. I don't have a position on it right now, but I would be selling the $20 straddles or just doing any trades that would benefit from a move back to 20. You could do a butterfly, that's cheap. You could sell the $20 calls as a spread to limit your risk, but that's what I'm going to be looking for. Um, this may have so much volume that it'll completely override this, but that's my plan for that one tomorrow. Okay? You guys have a fantastic trading day Friday, a great weekend, and we'll see you at the next update.